Clocking in under 200 kilometres for the first time since the race had left Strasbourg, Stage 6 was a flat run of 189 from Lisieux to Vitre and Normandy into Brittany. As usual, there was a breakaway, a three-man group whose hopes lasted until about kilometre 185.
There is the catch now at 4 kilometres from the finish. What a great effort by those three. Hang on in there, boys. Stay with the peloton. But it's interesting to see the Quick Step and Lamprey are the two teams getting this together. Bonan on the right, Hushoff on his wheel. Of course, we won't see Robbie McEwen for a while yet.
Well, Robbie McEwen is about to take off his cloak, the cloak of Harry Potter, the one that makes you invisible, but he will appear at 150 metres to go. Lamprey have got this organisation with a certain amount of help now coming from Quick Step. They need to keep it fast. They need to keep it in a long line. Otherwise, it's going to get very dangerous. They're looking now at around about 3.5 kilometres to go. This is the drag up through the centre of Vitre. There is the indication. Vitre is where we are. There is 3 kilometres to go. Now it's organised. Now this is going to be a good sprint. Keep it long, keep it straight and safe.
Well, this is where they cross the centre of the square here now with the railway station on the right. It gets a bit of cobblestones as they start to go up towards the line now. And Tom Bonan has got control of things. That's the area where the railway station is now as we start the climb. Bonan has moved up here now nicely onto the place. But watch out with Lamprey. They're confident today.
They're feeling good. They've got the organisation. When a team works for you like this, it puts responsibility onto the shoulders of the sprinter. The pale blue jersey on the wheel of Tom Bonan there is David Kopp. He was right up in the sprint there yesterday. Round the corner nice and safely. They've got through town without too much of an incident. Tom Bonan is riding right up at the front end of the main field, but it's the Lamprey squad for Daniele Benati who are thinking about it here this afternoon. But Boonen will rely on his last men to try and lead him up to the line. He'll rely, of course, on men like Posato. He'll rely on men like Matteo Tossato to try and get him up to the last 300 or 400 metres. Then he will try and unleash his sprint. It's not worked so far this tour. It might work today.
Well, they've just gone under the 2 kilometres banner there as they race towards the line now. And Lamprey still have control of this, which is a good sign. We haven't seen a train of the right team do this at all week, but now they're looking good. I've just seen Luca Paolini in the lime green jersey popping in and out of our picture. David Kopp is a first time in that light blue jersey to the right. Watch him, he packs a very good sprint finish, and he got it into action yesterday. These boys now, a lot of pushing and shoving further down. Desperation moments here now, because a lot of riders have been caught out of position.
The pushing and shoving is to get onto the wheel of Tom Boonen. They're all up there trying to fight to get onto Boonen's wheel. They feel he's got the confidence here this afternoon. He wants to win in the yellow jersey. 85 on the front. Salvatore Commesso, a two-time Italian national champion, not thinking about victory himself, but thinking about Daniele Benati. There is the green jersey, Robbie McEwen, right down at the bottom of the picture in around about 20th place, but he's got alongside him here at Stegemans. Wait for it. Wait long and hard on this course, because this is a very long finishing straight. It's around about 2 kilometres. They're looking in front of them. They will see the banner over the road, which is 1 kilometre to go. But Phil, this kilometre is going to be interminable.
Well, I'll tell you what, McEwen is deep in the depths of this peloton. He's going to have to move up pretty quickly now at 800 metres to go, because Quickstep have got Bonan right up there now. Frere is on his wheel. Hushoff is on his wheel. But McEwen is a little bit washed away at the moment. Now the launch for the line being done by Tom Bonan's Quickstep team on the far right. Watch out for the all-green arrival of the jersey of McEwen. An awful lot of work to do yet. Looking over his shoulders, and they've made Lamprey take up the running for Daniel Benati and Balan, but still no sign of McEwen. Hushoff has got the wheel of Bonan. As they come up, Zabel is in there trying to win on his birthday. He's got Bonan's wheel. Bonan leaving this at 500 metres, 300 metres to go. And now the lead out to try and take Benati. Here comes the run for the line though, and he's bringing McEwen for him. Gert Stegmans made the mistake yesterday. He's just launched McEwen at the line. McEwen is going to win this again, and Bonan has made another mess of it. Probably McEwen has done it again. I don't believe it. That man is something else.
Well, he was so far down with about 500 metres to go, I thought he'd made a mess of it, but alongside him he had Gert Stegemans. He waited, he knew this was a long sprint, he knew you had to wait until the last minute. When he saw the gap, he said, Stegemans, go, and that's when Stegemans went. He was straight on his wheel, he came up past everybody. Boonen again making a technical mistake in the middle there, getting boxed out by Jimmy Casper. Robbie McEwen, this is the win. He really is having a ball.
Well, we sort of messed up yesterday. we got it perfect today. Steegmans again, just he starts his engine and takes off, and nobody who's doing a lead out for their sprinter has got an answer to his power. I don't think the other sprinters got an answer to his power. I just sit there, I even backed off him again and just went on the inside of him, and even though I felt like I was starting to slow, I just was so wound up. And number 3, there we go.
As opposed to mistake number 5 for Tom Boonen, flicking away from his line and losing momentum in the scrabble for position. Never really in contention, clearly annoyed as he crossed the line. There's confirmation of the result. McEwen ahead of Daniele Bernati, who's now been 6th, 5th, 4th, 3rd and 2nd. So he must be due a win himself, if only at poker. So Robbie McEwen's regular stage win, a victory every other day, keeps him in the green jersey. And in recognition of his achievement, we've given him a second soundbite.
Yeah, this is the best tour I've ever ridden until this point. Last year I had 3 wins, but it took me 13 stages. Now we're only up to stage 6, and maybe I'm going to become superstitious, because I was saying to my wife this morning, in the Giro I won stages 2, 4 and 6, and here in the Tour I'd won stages 2 and 4, so it can't be otherwise that I'm going to win today. And I don't often make predictions, but it was great work by the team. We had to close down a couple of moves early in the race, and then we put a guy up to make sure the brake came back. And in the sprint itself, Steegmans just he did the same perfect job that he did on stage 4. It went a bit wrong yesterday. We talked about it, and we really concentrated on our tactic today. And again, he was really, really super strong. Like the other day, it was like sitting on a TGV, and all they had to do was get off at my stop.
You half expected Steegmans to lead Robbie out onto the podium and peel away on the second step. Anyway, Robbie's 3rd stage win of the Tour had vaulted him up into 2nd place overall behind Tom Boonen. Not that it really mattered. Boonen was signing his last batch of yellow jerseys, because coming up on stage 7 was the time trial.